Puttu mean Poya Puttu. Okay. Maveli Nadum. Vinnidum Kalam. Manichallaram. Undru Pole. Blessed. Wish you a blessed Onam. Thank you very much.
DSW Shri Kannabiran avargale ഞങ്ങൾ ഈ വേദിയിലേക്ക് ക്ഷണിക്കുന്നു.
We welcome Director Student Welfare Dr. Kannabiran to our function.
Director of Student Welfare Dr. Kannabiran avargale ആശംസാ പ്രസംഗത്തിനായി ഞങ്ങൾ സ്വാഗതം ചെയ്യുന്നു.
I request Dr. Kannabiran to give us the felicitation.
Honorable Chancellor, respected Vice President, and today's Chief Guest, Shri Deepak Dev, and my dear colleagues, on the dais, my dear students, friends, very good morning. Today, one of the happiest day for the people of Malayali, all Malayalis, people from Kerala. Now, one surprise for me, last year also I attended this function. Last year, half of the auditorium was filled. I don't know, this year is less than half. No, the number has come down. I think last year it was more, I guess. I don't know why this time, no, the turnout may be less or students may be busy with other activities. So I always, the students from, in my experience I'm sharing with you, the students from Kerala is always very intelligent and always more competitive in all aspects. Because my 17 years of teaching experience, right from the first year onwards, always few Malayalam students will be there in the class. They are always very excellent in studies. Let the trend to continue. I hope this particular day, the Thanima, this particular function, it's a example already, because Malayalam people, they've set an example. Each year they are taking so much of pain to organize this Thanima in VIT. Not only, this may be a good example. Other students from other states also, they started celebrating their own day. So this is a big example. And I hope this day will bring you all joy and cherish in your life. Thank you. Happy Thanima and happy Onam for you. Thank you.
Faculty Coordinator Shri M.S. Jagadish Kumar avargale Thanimeye kurichu rendu vaak samsarikkan swagatham cheyunu.
I now request M.S. Jagdish sir, our faculty coordinator, to share a few words on Thanima.
Most respected Chancellor Dr. G. Vishwanathan sir, Honorable Vice President Sri Shankar Vishwanathan sir, other dignitaries on the dais Sir Sri Deepak Dev sir, my dear friends, colleagues and students, I am really feeling proud to stand here as a faculty coordinator. I am happy not because I am the faculty coordinator of Thanima, but because I have seen the hard work and effort put by the students for the past 1 month. See, I am a faculty. I used to talk to the students in the classroom about the exam many times. I just give warning that the exam is coming, you prepare well. What they react is, sir, 2 days is more than sufficient. But regarding Thanima, what they told is, sir, we have only 1 month with us, so we have to do a lot of things. So that much of preparation they have done for this one. Of course, 1 month before we had a meeting here regarding Thanima. So I was really happy that students have done a lot of homework before coming for the meeting. They have seen the videos of previous year presentations. They have learned a lot. Then they made different committees and they took it as very serious, because when we do something at VIT, we do with extreme perfection and we don't want to differ from that. So even up to the late night, we had a lot of practice. So regarding Onam, of course you heard a lot about Onam. I don't want to tell this story again and again. So this story is about Mahabali. But what we know is that Mahabali is a king who practiced equality, liberty and fraternity. And the God Vamana, the incarnation of Vishnu, he was not happy with this one. That's the way we learned. He came and he asked for 3 feet of land and finally was sent to Padala. This is one of the versions. There are more than 10 versions. But what I believe is something different. In Puranas this was mentioned because this was mentioned as a social reference. What it was mentioned is Mahabali was a king who really practiced equality, fraternity and liberty, but at the same time he is having the limitation of a king. Always the king feels that he just give everything to his subjects. Mahavishnu, he realized that. You may have heard about the story of Ozymandias. It was a poem written by an anonymous writer. What he mentioned is Ozymandias always felt that he was the king of kings. And he just ruled the people like that and always feel that he is something more than the subjects. And ultimately, the poem was written after hundreds of years and pointing out the statue of Ozymandias, which was broken by the nature. So the last word I still remember, which I practice in my life: the boast of heraldry and pomp of power lead man to his grave. The poem ends like that. So Mahavishnu want to just convey some message to Mahabali that he is not giving everything from his own hand. What God has given, what society is having, it is the people's money, it is people's resources what he is giving. So it is mentioned in Mahabharata that Mahabhagavatam that Mahabali has been taken to Sudalam. Sudalam means it is equal to heaven. So he is not just sent down to Padala, but he is taken to Sudalam because he lost his ego at that moment when he realized that he cannot satisfy the need of God. So this is the message of Onam actually. So if you give something to the students, if you give something to the society, if you give something to your relatives, you feel that it's not that you have been created. It is from the nature what we had, we are giving to your relatives or whatever. Because you are the 15% in India who got chance to learn. Actually, my mind is disturbed. Yesterday, I just read a news in Hindu that a 5-year-old girl at Salem railway station with her mother-in-law, his grandmother, her grandmother, she is a beggar actually. I should not use that word, but she is not having the situation to live. And she was thrown out by her parents, living with the grandmother. So one man approached her and asked what you need. So instead of asking food, she asked, can you educate me? You can go and read this article. Can you educate me? A 5-year-old girl asking to a man who is ready to help. And the man has facilitated her for her education. So I am feeling happy that these kind of children are emerging in India who will be capable enough to lead our country in the late future. So I just want to use 2 more minutes to speak about Onam and Thanima. Thanima, you know what Thanima is. Otherwise, you can see the cultural programs here, what we are going to have after this one, and the lunch thereafter. So it is better than explaining about Thanima. But I just wanted to say that there are 3 models about socialism. One is that Mahabali had. The second one is about Sir Thomas More. He was introduced this concept in 1561. What he told is about Utopia, which is an island in Atlantic Ocean. So it was a dreamland that where equality, fraternity and liberty stands in the true sense. The third model is from the novel of, from Govardhan. Mr. Anand, who is a very renowned writer in Malayalam, he has written about Govardhan, a novel called Govardhanda Yatragal. You should read that actually. So I'm just talking about Govardhanan, who was just came from the Indian epic. So what it is mentioned is, he belongs to a society where the society just created equality, fraternity and liberty artificially. So the king, what he defined is, everything costs rupees 1. Rupees 1 means at present this one. So the gold, rice and other eatables, whatever is, it equally costs everything. And regarding social justice also, what ultimately happened is, then a peasant's sheep has been dead, so he made a complaint just because of a stone fall down from a wall. So he complained against this to the king. So immediately king put an inquiry. So he find that the owner of the wall is the culprit. He has been taken to the king. So he started explaining, it is not because of me, it has been happened. It is because of the mason who has done that wall. So the mason is taken to trial. Then he just simply washed off his hand. He told, it is not because of me, it is because of the weapon that have been used. So who has manufactured this weapon? He told the name of a blacksmith. Again he has been taken to the king. He asked. So he told, it is not because of me, it is somebody else have done this one. So this just going like that. Finally it came to pointed out a man who has done this. The king given a verdict, you are the culprit. And finally he was sentenced for death, up to hanging up to death. And the day came and a knot has been put, and it is found that the knot is not suitable for that culprit. Then he told, anyway I have to establish the rule, so you just pick somebody for which the knot is suitable. And they searched for somebody, and finally they found that Govardhan is the right person to have this one. That is another model. So you can see how this is happening in society. So these are 3 different models I want. So the message of Onam is, you have to create equality, fraternity and liberty in its own sense, and definitely this kind of celebrations will remind us about the importance of this one. I just stopped with a small reference again. It is from an Iranian movie which got award recently, Oscar award recently for foreign literature section. So the name of this movie is A Separation. The hero Nadir is telling to the heroine about the importance of going back to his home country, because his father is not feeling well. He is suffering with Alzheimer's. So then his wife, who is just fond of all the extravagant life, is telling, why should we go? We will be here, we will earn a lot and we will send money. No, my father is suffering up to Alzheimer's, I have to go. Then she told, why should you go? Because he don't remember that you are his son. So there is nothing special if you go. And immediately he replied, see, he did not remember that I am his son, but I remember. So I just want to say that we all remember that we are the son of our mothers, our parents. So that's why we celebrate Thanima or Onam, because that is our journey to our parenthood. Thank you so much. Just keep all these ideologies in your life. Thank you once again.
I now request Jagdish Sir to present the memento to our Honorable Chancellor. Jagdish Sir. I request Naiju Sir to give away the memento to Mr. Deepak Dev. I request Sri Kumar sir to give away the memento to our Vice President Shankar Vishwanathan sir. I request Sanjana to give away the memento to Director Student Welfare, Dr. Kanabiran. I request our Food Committee Coordinator, Basit, to give away the memento to Sri Kumar sir. I request our finance coordinators Arjun and Gio to give away the memento to Jagdish sir. I request the organizers of Thanima, Karthik and Karthika, to give away the memento to CD Naiju sir.
അടുത്തതായി തനിമ 2012 വോട്ട് ഓഫ് താങ്ക്സിനായി ബാസിത് പി എ ഈ വേദിയിലേക്ക് ക്ഷണിച്ചുകൊള്ളുന്നു.
I request Basit to come up on stage for the vote of thanks.
I would like to take this